Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to episode 7 of Crafty Craft. So, I've done the mining in between episodes like I said I would. I've done a lot of mining. Yeah, I've got a lot of redstone and coal. I even found another dungeon while I was down there, so I'm going to sort out all my stuff now then, whilst I'm back. So, arrows, there, that goes in there. Apples can go in there. Bread, pumpkin seeds, gold. Just kind of shift click everything in there. Just be wary about what I'm shift clicking though, because these do have an EMC value. And yeah, okay. So now then, ore chest, you have all of that. Backpack of ores. Pull out all the ores. Wow. First of all, there's a lot of ores there. Yep, just casually nearly the same amount of EMC as what's in the table already, just pulled out in terms of diamonds from mining. So that's... Oh! Right, well that's still the 512 one. So what I can do then is I will actually just give myself that backpack back. Because as you saw, and I'm deleting it as well. Can I enable cheating? True, and it's a storage emphasis backpack. That's the one I want. Yes, they don't have my stuff in it, so if I had anything else in there, I'll find out what I had in that backpack and I will give myself it back, because that is an actual thing there. There we go, and then do the rest of all this cobblestone, because I got a lot of cobblestone while mining. Put them back in there, put them in there, put them in there. And then, as if by magic, we now have all the stuff we now want. As well as me having a lot of the electro-tine and titanium dust, what we need as well. As well as wub gems, which made wub juice bucket and wub ingots, which make wub tools, a wub hammer, that's mine's 3x3. Would be useless for that. Wub juice bucket is literally just nothing. Okay, so that's kind of useless. However, I do kind of want to pull that out and put it into a separate chest, as I should really teach it a chest, shouldn't I? I'm gonna do that. New. There we go. Teach it a chest, and then I'm gonna put a chest down. Probably there-ish, I guess. And that's gonna go be where all the dust goes that don't go in there, and what isn't an ore. However, on a good note, I did have some luck and find some nickel down there, which is good. So it's that and then 6. There we go. So that'll make me some in there, which is good. The nickel, what's left there, I will actually, if there's any left, I'll put that out as ingots then. But I'm hoping to get this out enough as a block. I know I won't have what's in there at the moment, because if it's 1 to 1, then that's going to only be 6 ingots worth. But I can have a look and see what we get once I put the last of my iron in there. Look at that, I have a block of invar already. With 1 nickel left over. I'm actually going to keep that. Because I can pull out that like that. Get my ingot cast, put that there. Pull out the ingot. Which will leave me with 5 left in there. Whoops. Whoops. Which is fine. I can pull out the 5 ingots worth of invar. And hopefully this invar is enough now that I can start playing with some things. Maybe logistic pipes. Maybe. I don't know whether I'm going to... Wow, that takes a long time to dry. Or cool off, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it must take a different amount per material then. So I've managed to pull out 6 ingots in the time it's took to cool that block off. There we go. And 15 invar ingots and a nickel ingot. There we go. That's nice. Throw that into there. Throw them into there. I'm going to throw that 15 in there, knowing that that needs to be 16 eventually. But yes. So through here, we'd already decided what that were going to be. This is now full of energy. So's all of these. So I've casually got 2 million RF just waiting for me, which is nice. So what do I want to make? Well, I could start with logistics pipes, or I make some machines from thermal expansion. I think to start with, I'm going to make the stuff from here. So I'm going to need a basic chip, which needs that, which is just sand and copper. I'm going to put that in there, because I don't know if I'm going to need them in the future for more of these chips, which I might do. Let's just make 32 of them, even though I know they have an EMC value. It's equivalent exchange after all. You know, like 258-ish. Ooh. There's a slight thing. That's actually less EMC value than, because that's 129. So actually, that should be +1 in terms of EMC, shouldn't it? Because that's... Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, no, that's correct in it, because you actually get 2 per craft. 258, yeah. Okay. I worried then that some weren't equivalent anymore. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You as well. Block frames. Do you need to be spruce? I guess you need to be spruce wood, because... Oh wait, there's no wood in there anymore. Maybe it don't need to be spruce then. Yeah, it don't. Right, I'm gonna make them, and I will put that in here, so I've got it taught to the system, and then I'll pull out another stack. I'm gonna pull out 8 of them. Oh, hello, what's... I thought I untaught that. Unlearned. and it's quite funny. It exists, and I think it like is literally just one inventory slot. I might keep it just as and put my torches in there, so I can't ever forget my torches. You know, my torches are in the thing. What's a broken texture? Maybe, or just throw it in the trash can there. Like that. I'm actually going to put both my backpacks in there because I don't need them at the moment. Don't need my tool station either. Right, you 16 going there to smelt, 16 going there to smelt. Let's have a look at what else I need then. All these pipes and everything I'm going to need. But to get started I do need a program compiler, which just needs some lapis. And then I'm going to put them in there and pull out 16 of them. And then put the 16 there, like that. Try and keep a relatively tidy inventory. The request table, no. The program compiler, I can now make. Then also need a power junction, which just needs a redstone block. That's that there, like that. So I've got the power junction and the program compiler, and now I'm going to need unrouted logistics, basic logistics, which is going to need an FPGA. An FPGA is that, which means I'm going to need some diamonds. I'm gonna make it so it keeps 8 diamonds in there. Yeah, it's 65,000 DMC, but the amount of time I'm going to end up using diamonds for things, I think it's just fine. Make 32 of you. Then back in there. And that'll make that. The advanced chips are going to need raw advanced chip. Oh wait, I need raw. I need the raw chip stuff. I thought it required the smelted chips, but I guess it doesn't. There we go, raw advanced chips. I'm gonna get it so I can get like 2 of these, because then I should be able to teach 1 whilst I'm using the others. Shift click both of them in there, shift click that in there as well. Put that advanced chip in there, meaning I should then be able to use it. I need all them pipes as well, which I'll get to in a second. FPGA, I've got smelting over here. And then with the FPGA made, I should be able to make basic logistic pipe. And then crafting ones I won't be able to make just yet because I need the compiler. I need blank modules. Golden nugget. And paper. Which I know I have taught. Blank modules can go in there because I know I'm going to need them in the future. This here, program, can get taught there as well because I'm going to need the programmer. I'm also going to need these two eventually, so I might as well make these now whilst I have what I need for them. So let's see, made that, made that, made that. I made that, and then I made that, and I've made that, and I've made that. So that was all these now what I need to make. So crafting pipe needs an FPGA. I need FPGA's advanced chips. But hopefully 20 FPGAs will be enough. And a stack of advanced chips. Actually no, I'm going to knock that down to 16. I know I'm not going to need more than 16 of them advanced chips. And then hopefully now I should be able to go through each one of these pipes and make one of them. Philosopher's Stone I should have in here, or an Ender Pearl. No. So another good thing for Philosopher's Stone is it allows me to make Ender Pearls. So I'm going to just teach for Ender Pearl very quickly. Yes, I'm going to need this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nip through into this room here and lay out this. So I'm going to need power junction here. And then the compiler, can that go there directly? We will see. I need the disk as well. Logistics disk, there we go. I need one gold nugget. There we go, and with the logistics disk made, I should be able to put that in there, and I should have all these different options now. Unlock, no power, connect to LP network. I thought with what, I guess it can't go directly next to it then. Which is fine, because I should be able to use, I guess I don't have it. What you need is you need a basic logistics pipes in between. I thought I might have had it, but I guess I put it back in the chest. There we go, and that should now have power. Processing. Oh, it takes a long time. Yeah, I forgot about this. It does take a long time to unlock all of these. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to be back once I've unlocked all of the options inside the logistics programmer. And we're back, guys. So I've just spent about a minute or two here just unlocking a few, not all of them, but a few of the crafting things. So I can explain this. Because I don't need all of them at the moment, so I thought I can do this and then I can explain it. So how this works is, I guess I can name the disk up here, because if you put the disk in, that stores the thingy. So each one of these are different categories. At the moment I don't need fluid stuff, and I've unlocked tier 2 and basic. I don't need modded because that's all the stuff from Logistics Bridge. So I'm going to unlock the chassis pipes because I'm going to need them. They are actually one of the things on my to-do list here. Is Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 3. Which this needs a Mark 3 chassis, Mark 2 chassis, and then this will need a Mark 1 chassis as well. So I do actually need to unlock the other tiers of chassis pipes as well. Obviously that's still that like that. That's now empty in terms of power because you actually store 2 million. So that's slowly building up all its power again. You're going to need more water. But now that I've got Invar, I should now be able to use some of the Invar and some of the lead and make some fluid ducts to then do this. So then now that each one of these will actually stay running as long as it's got coal now. So there we go. That's good then now. That still hasn't finished. I'm gonna dump these raw FPGAs off in there like that, and that paper as well, I guess, and the underoutward can go in there as well. So the next step is obviously the remote ordering one needs remote ordering logistics, but I can get that in just a second. But I want to work through and get these ones here, which means I'm going to need request Mark II and a crafting pipe. So I've got the crafting one. I've got chassis Mark 1, 2, 3 and 4. I don't seem to have... I forget how this works because there seems to be something missing from this list. Oh, there we go. I have to actually scroll through the list to find them. So I am going to need the quick sort. Quick sort basically, if you put that on a chassis pipe and connect it to a chest, and then connect a chest with a, or just any kind of chest then with say a supplier provider or whatever on it, it'll then just say, you know, I don't even think it needs it actually. I think it's smart enough that quicksort will just go, you know what, does this item, what I'm trying to send, exist anywhere else in any of the chests? If it does, then it's going to send it. Provider I'm going to need, but mainly I'm going to need crafting and request Mark II, which will get that working. And then the only other ones I'm going to need then is chassis Mark 1, 2 and 3, supplier, provider and crafting, which I'll be able to get then afterwards. Request logistics pipes Mark II. There we go, that's what I need for this, isn't it? Request logistic pipe Mark II, yes. So once this is done, it's a very nifty crafting mechanic this, although it just takes too long. So that now has done that. Provider logistic pipe, yeah, well, the next one I'm going to need crafting whatever, but once I've got one of them then I can hit flash, which takes like very little time at all, and then I've now flashed the program to it, which now means I can come into here and make, hopefully, this guy, which needs, oh, it needs basic request pipe, which needs basic logistic pipe. So I'm actually going to need, I'm actually going to make a few of these programmers. Oh, right there. So I'm gonna, I do not need 45 of them. There, like 6 of them or whatever will be good there. Crafting flash, because I'm going to need that as well. Crafting Mark II, both the controllers. The chassis Mark 1, I'm going to compile that, and whilst it's doing that I'm going to put you in there. Because all of them are the chassis pipes, which I'm going to need. Supplier pipes, satellite pipes is for the crafting. But I think I should be okay in terms of that, but I can double check that. Chassis Mark 1. Is flashed successfully. And then request logistics pipes compile. This is what I'm on about, because when I'm recording it takes too long. If I'm just playing this without recording in the background, it's, you know, I'm perfectly fine to wait this a length of time, but it just takes too long. Flash. There we go. Provide a module. Flash. Quick sort module. I'm gonna do this one as well. Polymorphic item sync module. This actually goes on the chest side of it, and then you tell it. Like, you click a button, it tells it. I do believe. It's been a while since I've used it, so I could be wrong. But that's one of the things I'm going to want to make. So I've got one more to do now. Remote orderer. Do I have remote orderer? No, I don't. That's the last one I'm going to want to do then. Remote orderer logistic pipe. There we go. By the time I go and start to craft these, this will have already finished, so there's no point. That's just gonna... I'll just be running around unnecessarily, because I could just wait until this is finished in like 2 seconds time. Then shift click it into there, then flash, which literally takes the shortest amount of time ever. Boom. If only like actually coding and flashing the program took that long in real life. Right, you need you. Basic logistic pipe. And you. Yeah, I need basic logistic pipe because I need to teach it to the transmutation table so then I can pull out a stack of them. Because I'm going to need them regardless. And I can explain, logistics pipes has a bit of like a rule set you have to kind of follow. I wish it were a bit smart about this, but it's fine. Request logistic pipe. There we go. Then you to you, make request mark 2 pipe, which is there. That's fine. Then you me to make you, which, wow, I actually picked a crafting one. Nice. That makes that. Crafting goes in there because you're definitely going to need crafting pipe. And then logistics request table should be very easy to make. I just need a chest. Actually going to make 2 chests because I feel like I'm going to need them. And then you going to go in there as well because I can make them in the future then very nice and easily. So that's that ticked off the list. Remote ordering pipe I should now be able to make as well. Just need that, and I'll teach that as well. Mark 3 I can't do, Mark that I can't do. I can do Mark 1 because I did make a Mark 1 chassis card, so I can do that and then that, which I think and I do need one of the pipe controller things for this, don't I? Forget which one I actually need. I think it's that one. Yes, this actually only has 1 slot for what it can do, but so I do need to upgrade that then in order to make any use out of it. The supplier I don't think I can do yet. No, all of them there now are modules. But I've got all the actual pipes themselves. Next is this. Can I make that? Yes, I can. Thank you. And actually, let me make a nice blue one, because I do like the that blue one. Now I forget how this works, in all honesty, so let's find out. But I should, in theory, be able to say to that chest there, and this is probably not the best to do, but if I grab my, I don't have it anymore, do I? Shovel. I know it's only a boring iron shovel, but I didn't want to go through the hassle of making a really good shovel just to dig like to the other side of the, because there was a mountain here, but I didn't want to have to go through the trouble of making Tinker's shovel to get rid of what was not worth it in terms of the amount of blocks. There we go. Just carry on mining in this direction, and then at some point, actually guys, I'm going to be back once I've just mined to the other area. And I'm back, guys. So I've just now hooked that up on the other end. I've just now run the tunnel over. So what I'm going to do now is actually look at how this is going to be. So eventually this won't just be the tier 1, but there's going to be a tier 1 pipe there, and then I'm going to put some unrouted pipes coming from that then. So the rules for this is, at the moment, back there you'll notice that pipe was red. It being red means there is no power on the system. If I do that, you notice how it doesn't connect. So it does, that one there needs to be a basic pipe. And now that that's basic pipe, if I go over to this side here, that's no longer red there. But I'm now going to, as well as that there, because that's all well and good there like that, but at this point, that, if I grab my yellow controller, has got no module in it. So that's going to do absolutely nothing at this point. It's there, so this can, the stuff in that chest can technically be visible, but there is nothing there at the moment in terms of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to just dig across slightly. I'm going to put a thing in, but oh, that's now red. Why is that? Well, at the moment, because this is a dumb junction, if there's an item being sent, it doesn't know whether the destination is on this side or this side. So it's going to send it, it might go to here, it might bounce back and forth, and then it might go that way, bounce back, and basically it's not a good time in order to do that. So any junction, any kind of cross-section junction you want to do basic logistic pipe for. There we go, and then here I want the remote order pipe like that, connected to pipe, and you can see now I can click on this and open it. However, there is no items in there now. I'm going to put that there like that. Eventually that'll be an ender chest, so I can click it from anywhere in the world, request an item, and then it'll go into an ender chest for me. So what do I need to go here? Well, in order to make use of it, I'm going to need some modules. I'm going to need some of these modules here. I'm going to need item sync. Well, eventually I'm going to want item sync. I'm going to want polymorphic at some point. I'm going to want provider. Active supplier. and potentially crafting as well in the future. I'm not sure what the passive supplier is versus the other one. However, they're the kind of ones I'm going to want. So I've got provider module and quick sort at the moment, so I can make a provider hopefully. Yep, I just need some modules. Provider module, there we go. And quick sort. And finally, polymorphic item sync. Then polymorphic item sync. Oh, I need 1 iron, 1 piece of redstone. Guess I'm out of iron in the chest then. It's quite funny, I didn't think I would be, but there we go. And then finally is the polymorphic item sync module. Ah, I put all of them away. There we go. And polymorphic. There we go. So now I've got them 3 modules there like that. I'm going to teach these modules to here, so I can pull them out when necessary. So first things first, notice there is no items in there. If I then come into here and put a provider module, I can just I can configure all the options here. So what items to provide, empty for all. If I look in there now, I've got all my items. Hooray. And say, actually, you know what, I want 20 pieces of stone. And 20 pieces of stone in now in this chest here. And if this were an ender chest, I'd be able to access it from my ender chest then. However, at this point, I don't have anything to tell it to keep a certain amount of items in here. A certain amount. Like, I don't have anything to say, you know, keep this in here, this in here. You know, I don't have anything that's to say, you know, keep 64 stone in here, keep 64 cobblestone in here, keep, I don't know, 32 tin in here at all times, you know, keeping like 32 lapis in there at all times, keep 48 glass, I suppose. Well, there, that might as well be 16 glass on it. Actually, no, yeah, 32 glass, for instance, so that's meant to be a stack of wood. You know, 32 tin, 32 osmium, that can be 32 sand as well, I guess. You know, 32 lead, 32 copper, all these other things then, what shouldn't be in here, like FPGAs and everything. But what if I want these to go and automatically get sorted out to another chest? Well, there is actually something for that. I can also get rid of these off that list. So I've done that one, I've done that one. So I've got these other modules here. Would these help? Well, yes they would, but the one, what would be better to do, because active supplier actively, well, I'd have to actually, I forget what the active supplier versus passive supplier is, but considering the passive supplier is quite easy to make, let's go make a passive supplier, and then we'll figure out what actually why I would need to make a passive supplier. Passive supplier module compile. You can overwrite these as well, and because I've already made one of everything using these and then taught it to the transmutation table, I don't need to keep these around. If you was playing without transmutation tables, you could have loads of these and then easily be able to use it then for crafting, but because everything can be done through the transmutation table in terms of grabbing the item. It's not necessary. Then you, here, passive supplier, needs another blank module. Passive supplier module. There we go. And I think that's... I didn't even have that on my list to do there, but I did want a passive supplier. Now I'd have to actually configure the... passive supplier requested items. Do I get to put... Yes. I get to put an amount in there. Okay. So that's good then. Now the next thing I want to do is I want a chassis Mark II. Because the chassis Mark II allows it to have, I think it's 2 card slots, 2 module slots. And considering I'm going to want it to be able to send items but also keep a certain amount of items in there at all times, I'm going to want to be able to do that. So Mark II flash. Once that's now done, there we go. And then this obviously I can upgrade then to the Mark III, etc. But the Mark II is there. Logistics Mark II needs the Mark I. Mark II. I think I've already taught Mark I to the system, haven't I? Yes, I have. So I could have just pulled it out of the system, but because I'm going to need to replace that one for a Mark II anyway, I didn't see the point. Put that into there, teach that. There we go, throw all them programmers in there because I don't need them. Right, so this here, Pipe Manager, I now have 2 slots available. So I can now have a provider module which will just provide all items. If I want, I could specify to provide glass and tin. And then this, unless there's no glass and tin in there, which there is. So you should be working. Leave 1 item per type. Exclude that, so that shouldn't be showing. Okay then. There's something funky with that. I just keep that as empty though. But I do want to keep that as leave 1 item per type in there, so I know what should be in there. That's weird how I don't have that. Yeah, for some reason that isn't showing up now. Provider. It's providing. Okay. Now the next thing I want to throw in there is a supplier. And the requested items is going to be like 16. Well, actually, I'm going to... I can only do 9 at the moment. So I need to pick the 9 most important items out of there, what I want it to keep in stock. Which arguably is going to be quite easy to do. However, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because I'm going to have to pull everything out here, figure out what's going to actually get to go in there as the 9 items of choice. So glass, definitely. Wood as well, but I don't know whether wood's actually disappeared to. I guess it went into my inventory when I should have clicked it out. Wood, iron, redstone, copper, tin, cobblestone, gold, and we'll say lead. Actually, no, we won't say lead because I can't see the point in lead being in there. we'll save them items in there. Is there in here what I want to keep it in stock? Maybe my toasted bread. No, actually that'll be kept in stock elsewhere. But yeah, apart from that, should be fine. Sand, I could keep sand in here. Okay then, fine. So sand will get kept in there as well. Shift click anything in here will go in there. Then I've got a nice empty inventory. Shift click all of them into there like that. There we go. And that stone can just sit there. Now I'm gonna keep 32 glass in there. This in terms of oak wood, I'm going to put in there, pull out a fresh stack of it. There we go. That's a that's my full thing. So that's gonna stay. That's gonna stay. That's gonna stay. You're gonna have another few like that to make you 8. You're gonna be tin, but I'm gonna swap that tin for that tin, like that. Oh, copper. There we go, 32 of that. Redstone, I'm going to want to just pull out another little bit of there. And then a stack of iron like that. There we go. And now that's that done, I can come into here, there, tell it to keep 32, like that, keep 64, keep 16 of that, keep 8 of that, keep a stack of that, keep 32 of that, keep 32 of that, keep 64 of that, and keep a stack of that. So there we go, that's my crafting stuff now. So because there's nothing in that chest at the moment, if I was to look here, in here, include, yeah, there we go, that might be why nothing was showing up actually. But if I pull that out now, and I come into here and I say I want to make a chassis Mark II pipe, for instance, and I want 3 of them, and I want 3 chests, and I'm going to say over in this room here I'm going to have a chest there and a chest there, and these two are both going to have like that. Now each one of these in theory should have a provider pipe on it, so then I can put stone in there for instance, and if I grabbed my ordering tool I should be able to see stone. However, notice it is only showing 63 stone, even though there's 64 in here. That's because of how that module is set up. That module is to leave 1 item per type. If I put that in normal, it'll just pull everything out, which is fine for there. So I can say, you know, pull 20 stone out for me. And it'll travel under the ground and up into there. Perfect. And then, you know, I can come into here and throw that back in there. Perfect. Then I can also now, though, put, you know, all of these in here, like that. And in theory, not only can I access it from here now as well, but it should be pulled over here by the passive supplier. Unless the passive supplier doesn't work for it, which I won't know. 1 second, guys. I'm back, guys. And on that note, guys, I'm actually going to end the episode here, because I've just realised what timing we're on. In between episodes, I'm going to look at this and see, because I think maybe this actually needs to be an active supplier. Because the supplier is requested items, so this is what it's requesting. But I think it actually needs to be an active one instead, which means blaze powder, luckily blaze powder is relatively easy to get, and we'll probably be doing that next episode. I'll have a look, see if there's a nether fortress anywhere close by in the nether. If not, it should be fine, because I should be able to make it using this method here, either using magma cream, which I can get from magma blocks, which I do have already. So that is one way I can make blaze powder, but we'll look and we'll see next episode, because it is wrapping up point for this episode, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, etc. I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to dump all of these items here. Let me do it in this chest here so I can actually shift click it. I'm going to click all these items into here like that. And also, as a note, guys, you can't see them here at the moment because I took away the provider. So if I put a provider on here, actually a quick sort. No, I don't want a quick sort, because quick sort's just going to sort everything at that point, which is not correct. So I do want a provider module like that, and then if I put the provider module in there, like that, I can now see all the items available. See, I can pull out 11 FPGAs if I really want to. If you press log, it sends it in chat. So I'm not sure if that's server wide or if it's just client side, but it sends it. But it does send it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the longer episode of Crafty Craft. Let me know what you prefer, whether you prefer the shorter episodes or the longer episodes. This is kind of a bonus one, just because it took that long. I think this one of like an apology for what happened during episode 2, the issue with that recording. Apologies again for that one, guys. OBS decided that it wouldn't save the second half of the recording. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.